Do you ever get tired of raking leaves this time of year? I'm Carolyn Curry de Castillo, and I've got a couple of really easy solutions that'll help you save time and help the environment and help your grass and your garden. First of all, I'm going to say, give the rake a break. You don't need to rake all these. All these leaves here, they're acting as natural fertilizer for your garden, and there's tons of insects and things living in here that are super beneficial to your garden, and you don't want to necessarily disturb them. However, if your grass is more than 50% covered by leaves, that means that there's maybe a little bit too much, and that can lead to suffocating your lawn. But so in that case, you should scoop up some of these leaves. And so we will get a few of them raked up, but then we're not going to put them in the green bin this year. Come on, we'll show you what we're going to do with them in the back in the compost. So setting up your backyard compost is actually a really easy thing to do. Right now I'm using one of my garden beds that wasn't getting a lot of sun to begin with, so things weren't growing really well here. So I decided, let's just turn it into a compost bin, and it's actually done really well. So what I've done here is through the summer I've put all my grass clippings in here, and right now I've been putting in all the leaves that I had in the front lawn. And I'm also putting in things like, vegetable scraps, your eggs, vegetables, leftover fruits and things. Don't put any meats and cheeses and stuff like that, because it'll break down, but it'll just start smelling and it'll attract creatures to here. You want to have a good ratio of browns to greens. The browns are things like your leaves, your grass clippings and newspapers, and those are the things that have the carbon in it, and they give you bulk in the compost. And then you want to have your greens as well, which are like your fruit and vegetable scraps, and you want to keep it at about a 2/3 mixture. 2/3 the majority being your browns and the other third being your fruit and veggie scraps, but you'll get a feel for it when as you get along with doing it. And then you want to add some water to it, and then you want to turn it every once in a while, maybe once a week, once or twice a week, and then just give it a good turn. I have a little tool here. You don't need to use anything fancy for it. You could just get a stick, but I use this and I just give it a few turns just to get that oxygen in there too, to turn it over. And you can see here already that there is a lot of really great compost happening already, and this is just from the stuff that I did over the summer. And if you smell it, if it's got that good, rich, earthy smell, that means you've got some good compost going on. And you can keep doing this through the winter too. There's no reason you can't keep tossing stuff here in the winter to keep your compost going. But speaking of winter, another great thing I'm going to tell you about this winter, I'll give you a little idea of what you can do. You can use worms. And if you watch my next video, you'll see how these amazing creatures, come take a look at this, are breaking down leaves and all the fruits and veggie scraps in here. And my next video will give you a little look at how these little miracle creatures can eat amazing amounts of food without even mouths. Thanks for joining us in this video on composting, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.